You and I know that helping is beautiful. It's human. It's relational. But sometimes helping quietly crosses a line. And when it does, it becomes rescuing. Let us slow this down together because this pattern is one many of us know too well. But sometimes we may not know whether we are helping or rescuing. Think about a moment when you stepped in for someone, a partner, a sibling, or a colleague. Helping feels like standing alongside someone, while rescuing is when you start doing the emotional or practical work for them. Helping says, I'm with you. Rescuing says, I'll carry this for you. And here's the systemic part. The moment one person overfunctions, the other underfunctions. Systems always balance themselves, even if the balance is unhealthy. Just notice where this shows up in your life. Rescuing rarely comes from arrogance. It comes from history. Maybe you grew up stabilizing chaos. Maybe you became the strong one early in life. Maybe you learned that your value comes from fixing, soothing, or stepping in quickly. Sometimes rescuing is emotional fusion. You feel responsible for someone else's feelings. Sometimes it's avoidance. It's easier to fix than to witness someone struggle. And sometimes it's loyalty to an old survival pattern. You are not doing it because they can't cope. You are doing it because you were taught to cope by caring others. Let's look at how rescuing shows up. Rescuing is subtle. It hides inside everyday moments. You solve problems before they've even tried. You protect people from consequences. You absorb emotional storms that aren't yours. You make decisions to make things easier. You over-explain to prevent discomfort or conflict. In families, rescuing becomes generational. In romantic relationships, it becomes dependency. In leadership, it becomes burnout. Just notice which part of this feels familiar to you. Rescuing feels noble, but the systems pays a price. You become exhausted. They become dependent. Their relationship becomes imbalanced. Growth becomes limited. Boundaries blur. Resentment grows quietly. But the deepest cost, rescuing interrupts development. When you rescue someone, you unintentionally block the very struggle that would have strengthened them. Let's talk about how to shift this pattern gently, steadily, and systemically. Try to slow down your response because rescuing is fast while helping is paced. Ask instead of assume. You may ask, for example, what do you think you should do? What's your plan? This is important because questions return responsibility to the system. Of course, you may feel the discomfort and the anxiety because most of the time, rescuing is a self-soothing experience. So, next time, let consequences teach. Why? Because consequences are not punishments, they are teachers. So, support without taking over. I'm here with you, but you will lead. It may also be helpful if you name the pattern, such as sometimes I jump in too quickly. I want us to shift that. When you say that, you build capacity, not dependence. Your role is not to carry them, it's to strengthen them. Take a moment and think about where you might be rescuing without realizing it. If this opens something for you, share it in the comments. Where have you found yourself rescuing instead of helping? Your stories help shape this community. See the system, understand the pattern, make meaningful change.